All right, everybody, we're about to go live here in just a moment. How's everybody doing today? Well, happy birthday there, Gabe. That's exciting. All right, are we ready to get started? Let's see who we've got in the chat already. Sawu says Ian Coates. Gabe, happy early birthday again. Hope you're doing well, brother. Let's see if we can't get this thing started, huh? And there I am. Hello. Geez, I might need to turn the brightness up. let's move a few things around here real quick. Got to get the paradrop out the way. For those of you that know me and know me well, paradrop is life for me. Hello. There we go. It's a little better. Hey, Knives Are Life. Thank you for joining. Hopefully I sound okay. I had to jerry rig a candle to hold my mic up because I realized that it's a lot better when I hold it right here. So tell me if my audio is too loud, too soft, somewhere in the middle. I think last time I went live, I was pretty much making love to the microphone. So anyways, for all the chumps that couldn't make it to Texas Blade Show, here we are. Let's hang out. Let's just chat and see what we're missing out on, because I know that there are some really amazing things that I would love to have, and I have neither the funds nor the presence to be there. So Ian says, if you see Pocket Phil, tell him to get well soon. Dude's not having a fun time right now. Sick as all get up. Yeah, he had a stomach bug, so that kind of puts him down, unfortunately. Chef Rocky TZEDC saying so woo in honor of Geo Pocket Phil. That's awesome, brother. So, sup suckers, Ian, hello, Chef Rocky. What are you guys? What are you all carrying today in your pockets? You know, for me, it's the typical, you know, I feel like the Zon and Sabenza, any CRK is almost becoming kind of like, it's like basic bitch status. You know what I'm saying? Like every person that goes to Starbucks, you know, they get like a basic drink, whatever that terminology is. I feel like carrying a CRK now has just become everybody's kind of go-to for a lot of people that are in the knife community. But obviously you can see why. I mean, the Zon is just fantastic. So if I'm not carrying my Zon, I'm usually carrying my Chavez Gen 3. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Let's see. Tell me if you can hear it. Oh yeah. Look at that. No eyebrows. Oh yeah. That means the screws are not on the clip there. Very limited run of the Gen 3s. Ramon seems to be taking everybody's advice and bringing back the no screws, the no eyebrows, because I believe the RCK9 does not have screws. So let's see. Gabe Harlem, Ian Coates, Knives Are Life, Chef Rocky, TZ is calling out everybody, saying hello. Ian is on lunch, whipping the fastback. All right. Yeah, Ian carries a fastback more than any other knife. That's a surprise, Ian, because I feel like, you know, I feel like you would carry either the Bear or your Chavez more. I'm kind of hurt now. I really thought you'd carry that Chavez a lot more. Manual planer, various files, and Ian oscillating tool. Nice. There you go, TZ. Thank you, Ian, for acknowledging my correct statement about the screws. If Ian is not correcting somebody in the chat, he's just repeating what somebody else says, I guess. Well, Ian, that's the point of having a nice knife like a Chavez, because you're not going to fuck it up in your warehouse. It's just going to keep on keeping on, man. But I get it. You want your little fastback. It's a Milwaukee, isn't it? Gabe says, I'm carrying multiple Ultim fidgets. That's awesome. You guys all know that I love fidgets. The Winterblade Factor Co. Batch 3 in Magna Cut. I have Batch 2 here. Oh, yeah. Tell me if you guys can hear this. That's the factor there. Ting. Hey, we got Geo in the house. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Geo is carrying Tums, ibuprofen, and a water bottle. Well, I've got this bad boy here with me today. Oh, yeah. So, speaking of basic bitches, that's my Starbucks Oleato drink. Yeah, I'm trying that olive oil in the coffee stuff. It's actually damn good. Sorry to hear that, Geo. I hope you recover quickly. Those stomach bugs are no fun. But it gives you an opportunity to be here and chat with us. Yeah, everybody in the chat, give Geo a little heart there. You know, not for me. Do it for Geo. Or the hands heart. Let's see if we can make it better. There we go. All right. We got Barbarian Brownie in the chat. The Barbarian Bar. Cheers to you, brother. Mike has been doing some fantastic things. He did a live stream yesterday. He and Chris, EDC Ologist, gave away a bear. So that was pretty cool of them. And, you know, it's exciting to see people grow in the community. I think I've said that quite a bit. But it really is nice to see people putting out content, growing, and just having fun with it. You know, that's what it really, for me currently, it's all about having fun with the community. You know, it's not so much of a business or a job for me yet, you know, so I'm still in the having fun phase. Gabe, you mentioned fidgets earlier. My desk is littered, cluttered. Can you guys hear that? Sound off if you can hear this. Bam. That's the Camera M. One of my all-time favorites. I think it was the first fidget that I was actually able to acquire that kind of got me into fidgets. I had it for a long time. Well, long for me in the EDC community is about 2 years. So Mike just got done filming 4 new knives and gonna edit right now. What knives did you get? What knives did you get, Mike? Tell us. Unless you just want to keep it a surprise for your video, but some holiday gas station coffee. Cheers to that. Here's my Starbucks Oleato, if you missed that in the chat. Ian says, hope it's not a C-19, Geo. Oh, COVID-19, yeah. Yeah, I feel like COVID comes back in waves. Knives Are Life says, I won that knife. Oh, that's right. You won the bear yesterday? Interesting. What are the odds? Gio says I lost 10 pounds. You know what, Gio? I think you need to give me that bug then, because I need to lose 10 pounds for sure. Harag. Chris in the chat. Brad Diddy. He says, what up, chat? Oh, Gio's going to go take a COVID test. Well, Gio, I really hope it's not COVID. I hope it's just a quick little bug that you can just pass through. My only advice is drink a ton of apple cider vinegar, because that stuff will clean you out, brother. Mike says, I showed them off in the live yesterday, but wanted to get in front of the content so people can see them ASAP. Cool. Oh, I know. Yeah, you were talking about that Damn Designs knife and comparing it to a Rosie looks wise. I think they do look kind of similar. You know, if you had two silhouettes, one the Rosie, one the Damn Designs. Yeah, I could see that. But otherwise, as I said, there's really no comparison. Um, you know, I would love to have a Rosie someday. You know, it kind of gets to the point where you kind of wonder to yourself, okay, am I going to buy a $1,000 knife and use it, beat it around? Am I going to cut boxes with it, cut rope with it? I mean, am I going to... I don't know. It's a $1,000 knife. Would I really put it to that use, or would it just be for photos, like a safe queen, create content? Now I will say, my Zahn is my ultimate knife. I use this. I am not afraid to throw this at anything, literally. You know, and that's why I actually sold my Zahn before. I needed some cash. These knives are an investment. Sold it. Decided I loved it so much I had to have it back. So I bought another one. And it was quite amazing. I bought a Magna Cut large Sabenza for a ridiculously cheap price. I don't even want to tell you guys because that's just... I don't want to give you the wrong idea. You can't buy that knife for that cheap. I think a guy was just, you know, bad desire, a bad need for money, and he was willing to let it go. And it was brand new, and I basically resold that knife for a profit of about $150, making my way back into a Zahn. So I basically bought a Zahn for half price, net cash to me. It was pretty incredible transaction. Yeah, Ian says he'd rather have a 1K. Yeah, $1,000. So, Ground Fog. What's up, brother? Look at you sneaking into the chat here, giving us a wave. How are you? Geo, now you're feeling better. You get to pig out, gain it all back. Oh, when you're feeling better. Yeah. Dude, Geo goes hard on the food, man. I love it. Can't wait to meet up and eat some of his cooking. Gio says, I'm looking leaner, Brownie. Might keep it up. Bawahahaha. Chris says, it's a Rosie on steroids. Gio, hoping I feel good enough to do Saturday Night Live in the Discord tomorrow night. You should do it, man. You should do it. You know, that's the thing about our community. No one's really going to judge you. As long as you're feeling okay health-wise, I mean, just jump on, man. We're all there for you. We've all been sick before. We've all had stomach bugs, and you don't have to be this perfect content creator with perfect lighting and perfect video. Ron Kwok, Brandon, cough, cough. But you know, we're all in this together. Don't know if the emoji came through. A 1K gat. Yeah, I can see it. It's like a water pistol. Mike says, when you get a deal like that, those are the ones you go do some mods to. If it were me, I'd be sending it off to like knife modders and making it blacked out. Nice. Are you talking about when, like, the deal I got with the Sabenza mic? Or are you talking about Ian having two bears? Ah, thanks. Chef, you saying you tagged me on Instagram with the favorite fidget? Cool. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I've got tons of fidgets. Oh yeah. If you guys haven't checked out my video, I would love it if you did. Leave it a like, leave a comment, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what other fidgets you may want me to see, but this is the Pixel. So, Fantastic little fidget. He does not want anyone to call this a slider, even though that is the most tempting way to describe this. He does not call it a fidget slider. It is a fidget something. I forget the conversation now. It has multi-purpose things. So obviously it's a bottle opener. It's modular, so you could take it off. You could put a different material on here. Ultim for the Ronquox. And he's doing carbon fiber. He's now doing inserts. So instead of the pattern on top, you can actually insert an inlay, such as micarta, carbon fiber, zirconium, you know, whatever. He did a really cool one recently, and I actually forget the material. It was so wild. But, funny enough, talking about this, you know what just arrived for me? And obviously, now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. There it is. The first ever pixel bead. Look at that. That is the double bead. So essentially he made one that was the size, half the size of this. He calls that a solo, a single. This is the dual bead in zirconium. Haven't even taken it out the bag yet. Zirconium. You heard that right. I'm undecided because I don't have any gear that is zirconium. So other than I believe my fidget camera here is zirconium right there in the middle. But otherwise I don't have zirconium. So I like my things to match. I might trade this for a titanium one so that I could lanyard it to my foobar. But until then, I don't know. I don't want to take it out and damage it. That's the other thing too, you know, when you're lucky enough to get in on a drop like something like this, technically you could turn around and resell it. I try not to flip things too much because I love my gear and I love the community, but some gear immediately sells for 2 or 3 times the table price. Oh, chat's going off here. I strive to be a imperfect content creator, says Gio. Gio, you can only do Saturday Night Live if you make a joke and then yell live from Gio's pad. It's Saturday Night Live with Gio. Gio's gonna do it, he says. Knife molders. No, Nof. Ian says Nof molders. I think if Ian made a new EDC company, that's going to be the name for it. The Nof molders. It's a fidget foo. Speaking of fidgets, get a Hoto coming soon. Tonight. You didn't hear this from me. And I'm not going to say anything more, but tonight, the Hoto. Mike says a fat thumbs up. Ian, can't type. Haha, I can't type. Edit videos. Watch Brad and chew bubblegum all at the same time. Broke Arizona Knives says, hey all. Ian says, unless somebody has $700 plus carrying on them. The rest of my anodized materials will be arriving tomorrow, so I'll be working on some anodized knuckas. That is sweet. By the way, Gio, I keep you close, bud. There you are, brother. This is the knucka that Gio made for me. Pretty dope. You know what? I've got a bead for this and a lanyard. Next time you see this, I'm going to lanyard and beat it up. I wonder how close. I got to find it. I have so much gear just kind of laying around. Fold up my hanks. I may have talked about this once. I have this Kaiser sitting in my drawer. I never knew about Kaiser before a couple years back, and I joined a knife subscription, and this was the first knife they sent me, and then I paid for 2 more months and they never sent me anything, so I raised hell with them, canceled, got my money back, but they otherwise. Hang on, chat. Let's pause for a moment here. Someone's knocking at my door. Just taking a short interim here, guys. No worries. It was actually just my lady. Surprise. She had to drop something off at home real quick. But tell me, is there anything that you guys want to see from the Blade Show? That's what I'm wondering. I'm really missing out on Texas. So let me know what you were hoping that you might see come up. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient. Sorry about that. Literally, my door just started like jingling, and I was like, what the heck is that? because usually my lady will text me or something to let me know, but I guess she didn't want to interrupt the live stream, and all of a sudden there she was banging at the door. I was legitimately about to grab one of my knives, and I think the funniest thought that ran through my mind is, oh my gosh, somebody's going to come break through my door before I decide which knife to pick up. It was a laughable problem in my mind, because I was like, okay, I've got the tactical pterodactyl right here, the raptor, fixed blade. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, do I grab a flipper? Do I grab something aggressive? Is it the Chavez? Is it the Zahn? Is it a fixed blade? Like, what's the fastest thing that you would grab to defend yourself? That was just quite a funny moment that ran through my mind. So, yeah, tell me, guys. Okay, if somebody in a moment of desperation, if somebody came busting into your front door, what knife would you grab? Not pew pew, because I know my pew pew is not too far from me either. But if you could pick up one knife, what would it be? I really, in my mind, actually, you know what? It's usually either my Zahn, because I can flick my Zahn out pretty fast, and if somehow it got grabbed away from me, I don't think an attacker would be able to flip the Zahn out. They'd be over here like, how's it, is it a front flipper? And I'd be like, got you. Exactly. Or, look at that, from Compliance Edge, the Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda was the collaboration with Compliance Edge on this knife. I forget the name of this model, but this is actually a pretty dope fixed blade. This is quite deadly. Gia says, I'll defend myself with my most expensive one. Then take a picture of it all bloodied up and Instagram post it. Use your gear hashtag. That's so true. Bro, if you posted a quick short video of yourself on YouTube of that, defending myself with a knife that's over $1,000, I think everybody would click and watch that and subscribe to your channel. Chef Rocky says, stay ready so you never have to get ready. That's true. Broke Arizona knives. The one that I have taped to the end of a baseball bat. That's funny. Gio. Oh, Mike says, the cheapest one, Gio. The cops are going to take the weapon and you may not get it back. Yeah, that's actually kind of what I was thinking in my mind, but how do they know which one I used? You know, it sinks right there. Just wash it off. Just kidding. I didn't say that. But, you know. Hello, officer. It was the Kaiser. Super expensive. Don't take it from me. I feel like if I put all my knives out on a desk, though, if somebody was to wager a guess, I feel like their eyes would immediately be drawn to the scapegoat, though. I mean, think about it. Look at its name, the scapegoat. The blame's going to fall on the scapegoat. Oh, yeah. By the way, what do you guys think of bolster locks? This is actually a fantastic bolster lock right there. I love it. Pena actually makes a very good one as well. There are some knives that have bolster locks that I can't get on board with. I believe the Shiro. I forget which Shiro I had. I had a Shiro that was terrible to close. Ian says, you choose a knife, you're dead. Ian, you're missing the point here. Brother, I get it. Obviously, if somebody is coming in, you don't take a knife to a gunfight. But it was just a hypothetical. You got to grab whatever's closest to you. Obviously, I'm not grabbing the blanket or the pillow. Although, maybe you could toss a blanket over your attack or whatever. But, you know, if I got to throw the Vero mug at it, I'm just saying, whatever you gotta, if you had to pick one really fast to defend your life with, you know, I don't think I'm picking the Okaso. It's just, even though this is a very nice titanium, it's S35 steel. It's so tiny, but it's actually thick. It is quite thick there, which is nice. So I don't know. I don't think I would do this one unless it was like kind of poking. Please, nobody record me doing that. Mike says I'm hiding under the bed. Mike, you can't fit under the bed. I might grab one of these though. I'm surprised Geo didn't immediately say, why would you grab a knife when you can grab a nuka? But this bad boy. It's either this one or it's the accomplice. My problem with my accomplice is High Tide EDC OB Brandon made this beautiful slip for me, so I have to yank it out of there first before I can utilize it. So, bam. Yeah, Mike, I mean, if you squeeze yourself under that bed, you better get that rifle quick. Yes, we know. Geo, you're a bare knuckle brawler, scrapper. Full kit Hawaiian shirt and combat boots, says Mike. So, Chris, are you still in the chat? Boom. Fantastic little. Is it Gondek EDC? Am I saying that right? Gondek. Nice little hank from them. Geo, there you are, brother. I thought I had something new to show you guys. Uh-oh. So recently, I took a photo of a watch. And there it is. What a beautiful, beautiful watch. He did a great job with this. It's actually a domed crystal. So it catches every bit of light that there is. See that? So it's really difficult to take a photo of this. But I've loved it. I took a photo of this in water. It took me about 100 times. I kept dropping it into a fish tank of water with my camera. And I would hold the watch and my camera shutter, and I would drop it and click the shutter at the same time. It still took so many times because as it would drop, the face would move, the You know, it was just tough. Let me see. Hang on. Let's pull it up here. I know I've got it here somewhere. We'll just go look at my Instagram. Shameless plug. There we go. Okay. So, this photo right here took quite a bit of time to actually get that just right. The angle, the band. I had multiples that I liked. This is the one that came out just aesthetically the most pleasing. And the bubbles are actually the real bubbles. Those are the bubbles that I caught as the watch was coming through. So, very proud of this photo. There's the same watch right there. You see, even there's still a little bit of light. But with fantastic editing, I was able to very much mitigate the lighting there. But yeah, this is the Black Tip 42 from Monterey Watch Company. Always, Brad TBA, get you 25% off. So, any of my mods can drop a link into the chat. So, Mike says, bro, that shot was so effing dope. Brad McKinnon. Ian, yes. So the rapid shooting is what I was using. But still, the watch falls so fast through a tank of water. It's not like it just kind of glides down. It's a heavy piece of damn metal, Ian. It's not like a little floaty plastic toy. So it literally, as soon as you drop it, within a millisecond, it's touching the bottom. So even with the rapid shooting of the camera, it still sinks very quickly. In fact, let me show you. So that's the photo right there. So it was between that one. Oh, I guess I got a little jizz on my phone here. Carry culture. Thanks, Chris. That's another one that I was trying to use. Or that one. But you see the lighting there? So I was going to play around with the Photoshop. Believe it or not, I don't care what y'all say, I don't Photoshop much of anything. Very rarely. So, I have used it, but very, very rare. This was another one I thought about using, but it's kind of blurry. So, you know, as I've said in the past live streams, I don't put out anything that I don't think is my absolute best. So, even though it looks okay, I didn't like the blurriness of it. So, yeah, Mike, Mike, you better go hide under the bed. You could probably add things to the water to make it denser so the watch would move slowly through it. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely ways to do it, but this was about 11:30 at night. My lady was kind of waiting on me, and with our mad schedule, the way that it is, I promised her that it wouldn't take me long, which I should know better by now. I should absolutely know better by now, because an hour later, I was still trying to take that same photo. But I filled the water tank. I had cleaned the tank first, so to make sure there was no smudges on the tank. Oh, thank you, Mike. Except the code is BradTBA. So just make sure, guys, the code is BradTBA if you want 25% off Monterey watches. But anyways, long story short, I actually had to get her help. I had her hold my softbox, my lighting, above the tank. Pro tip, for a good photo like that, you don't want the lighting to be directly in front of it, to the side of it. You can either do it directly 90 degrees to the side of the photo, or directly on top, and that will help. But she had to hold the light for me as I was trying to drop the watch, and we did this for like an hour, so we kept on taking breaks, and yeah. So if I could have found another way in that moment to have my light just hold itself, I don't have the proper stand that can actually angle the light straight down. So yeah, she was kind enough to help me with that. Ian says, even though they're just Ian says, I never take any photos when I'm trying to hurry, even though they're just Instagram posts. Well, I'll be fair with you guys. Sometimes my best is still whatever I can create in the moment. So not every photo of mine is like studio setup, camera, lighting, edited on the computer, posted at high quality. Yes. Broke Arizona knives, you are absolutely right. It was very close to... I was very close to having the opportunity to live stream every day. I'll put it that way. Like this photo. Bam. We were walking. We were just with my kids. We were on a trail yesterday. And I decided to whip my gear out. There was a bridge, and I liked that stone right there. So that was a photo with my iPhone 13. So, no, not everything has to be a studio. Whoa, hello. What are we looking at? Yep, Ian doesn't have the right stuff, so he has to resort to his hand. Hand dumps, sorry. All right. Oh, this is what I wanted to show y'all. Bam. I got a new slip. Look at that. A Greg Stevens Designs for the Curator High-Tex chip. So, finally got that worked out. That was pretty cool. Somebody put this for sale, the slip on Facebook, and I picked it up right away. Gabe says he shakes way too much to take great pictures. Well, Gabe, that is what a tripod is for. So, definitely got to set up a corner at the new place just for photos. Yeah, Gio, you know, some of my best photos, you guys would be surprised that how little you actually need. I'll put it that way. I put my camera on one of my kids' toys just to hold it, like just to sit it on top to have the right height. I took a wooden, like a tray that you would put food on, like, you know, if you're bringing like a plate and something out on a tray, and I turned it over so it was flat wood on the bottom. And that's how I got this photo. Literally just on the floor in the middle of my living room, I took that photo. So, you really don't need much. This is an example where I did utilize Photoshop. The only thing I did with Photoshop was I took my hand out of the photo. I was holding that knife very carefully, like this. So that way, and I was kind of holding it to the back of it, not around it like this, but holding it to the back of it, almost just grabbing the clip, because you can see when you hold it like this, you can crop out. Adobe is fantastic at just cropping exactly the subject, and you can erase your fingers out of the photo. Very easy to do, very simple thing. That's all that I use Photoshop for. I don't drop a mountain in the background of my photo. Peter McKinnon. No shade. Definitely got to set up a corner. Yep. In the last few months, I've done like a handful of hand dumps. Ian, we really don't want to know what you do with your hand, but thank you for sharing. You can thank Lord Needham for the style change of Insta posts. Okay. We'll have to see how your style has changed. Mike says, I'm married. Sometimes I got to resort to my hand too. Okay. We are sharing way too much today. I mean, hand dumps. Wait. I'll show myself out. There you go, Mike. Why don't you go under that bed, Mike? I bet you got a couple magazines there too next to the rifle. So, next fun topic. Pens. So, if you notice something about me, I love bolt action pens. So, I've got a Chavez pen. I am hoping one of my compadres at Blade Show is going to find me a good deal. I would like a good deal from Nottingham Tactical. I am itching. I am fiending, frothing at the mouth for a Nottingham Tactical carved pen. And let me show you one of my influences. So, where is he? Oh yeah, doesn't take much to find this guy. This guy's photos are absolutely stellar, phenomenal. And the pen, Nottingham needs to pay this guy because he has influenced me to want to buy this pen, and now I have to have this pen. So let's take a look. Bam. How'd you like that? Pretty freaking dope. Now that is a hand dump, let me tell you. That carved Nottingham pen is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ooh. Mike, look at that. Where's your Blow Rock blades? And then there's a Nottingham Tactical again. Vero, Benchmade, Field Notes. I think this is still a Raylight pineapple. But that clip is dope. I might need to find out where he got that clip from. I'll tell you what, man. The European EDC people have some amazing stuff. Look at that pen. Ooh. You can't go wrong with any photo that has that pen in it. Like, it doesn't even have to make sense. See, when I look at this photo, if it was just like a normal photo, like this right here to me is turned around. His leather EDC carrier. It's turned the wrong way for me to aesthetically like this photo. But then you throw that pen in there and it's just, my eyes are drawn to that and only that. So, oh yeah, this speaks to me in so many ways. I love macro photos. But anyways, that's enough gushing over this pen. Hopefully, I have 2 friends seeking out some Nottingham deals for me. They're getting some naughty deals. So hopefully I will have one soon. If not, I will probably wait till Atlanta and get one myself there. Oh yeah, the Grimsmo Saga. That's a great one. Hey, we got Trevor in the house. Yeah, Mike Chavez needs to pay me. I'm the reason you love Chavez. Well, that's good to know, brother. Yeah, I remember in the very beginning, you know, when we all met, it was a lot of discussion about Chavez. So, or as Ron Kwok used to say in the beginning, shaves. He literally used to say shaves. And Ian will tell you. Ian will confirm. Confirm, Ian. Tell us in the chat if you're still here. Did he go back off a lunch break? Oh, Gabe says we should check out the Gravitas pens. Gravitas pens. Yeah, Trevor. Well, listen, Trevor, I think I influenced Trevor on 2 different knives. Trevor, didn't you buy my Redemption? And then Trevor also got a Trevor EDC knife and tool in the chat here. Got the Joey Roman knives as well. This is the Necker. Now I have a large size hand. The Knuckles. That's why they. Did you know my nickname has always been Knuckles? I've got some karate knuckles there. Anyways. This is the Joey Roman Necker, and it fits. Look at my pinky; it's right on the end there, just on the tip. It's perfect. It fits comfortably. I love it. The Tactical Pterodactyl. Now, this is a mid, but to be honest, it's just a fraction too small for my liking. So my pinky comfortably sits off the end of it. So you see there, it's just not enough. So I have to lanyard it. I'm going to put a lanyard on this bad boy again. I was going to sell it and I decided not to. But I'm going to put a lanyard there because the lanyard helps to really maintain control over that. You know, if you're actually doing some slicing, pulling, you want to have more grip. So that lanyard helps a ton on a fixed blade. Plus, fun fact, I learned this from Taylor Martin, Best Damn EDC. If you're in the Carolinas, a fixed blade is illegal to carry concealed. So, a lanyard such as this, even if the blade was concealed, if the lanyard's hanging out the pocket, it's no longer concealed. So, pro tip for people carrying a fixed blade in the Carolinas. We've got Pedro Armstrong in the house. How are you, brother? Are you sure, Trevor? Are you sure? I'm very certain somebody in our group, like the Discord group and all that, bought my Redención. Maybe it was Brett Cashmere. I'll find out. But anyways, yeah, fixed blades are fun. Now this one fits in fantastic. It even, look at that, it locks the pinky in place. So there is no question that is locked in. So Gio, yes, of course Chavez has a fixed blade. It is very hard to get his fixed blade. Ian, don't say no. Of course Ramon has a fixed blade. My goodness. All right. We about to learn. I actually don't remember the name of his fixed blade, because I think he only made them as like his personal customs of quite a long time ago. And I don't think he makes them anymore unless he's open to doing custom orders. Yeah, see, even Ramon's Instagram, the Chavez Nice Instagram, does not have any photos of them. So, let's take a look at... I'm going to find this for you, just because we brought it up, and y'all know I'm a huge Chavez fan. Speaking of huge, Ramon himself is huge. You guys, anyone going to Blade Show needs to go by Ramon's his table and just shake his hand, give him a hug, tell him Alpha Prime sent you. Not that that's going to mean anything to him. Okay, here's one. Here is one of them. I'll show you. Hey, Henry G. Welcome to the chat. And Dwayne Letterman in the house. All right. Bam. So there's one of his fixed blades. See, American made. That is when Ramon was still doing his own knives at his own place. I'm pretty sure he is mostly doing all of his stuff OEM through Riot now. Pretty much everything, and then they do the quality control, obviously. But yeah, very rare to find a Ramon Chavez fixed blade. Let's see. This is the CKS group. Boom, there we go. Look at that. Okay, so I guess I think he is still making orders for fixed blade knives. So. Oh, that's dope. Oh yeah, fixed blade days. Oh, look at that. Ramon may be bringing them back, but these are all the different variants of fixed blades that Ramon has actually made. So These are the ones that I remember. These right here are intense, absolutely amazing. Very much similar to the CRK fixed blade. So these are badass. Anyways, hope that answers your question there. Did that answer your question? Let's see. Getting back to the chat here. Yeah, broke AZ knives. You definitely have to get a Chavez. The fact that you don't have one means you should probably just leave the chat now. I'm just kidding. Stay, please stay. I think everybody in this chat actually owns a Chavez that I know of, in terms of Mike, Trevor, Ian, maybe Gio. Gio, do you have a Chavez knife? Yeah, dude. Gio, those are nice. Those are fantastic. Yeah, see, Gio owns a Chavez. Chavez knives are just fantastic. They are amazing. I mean, people go. Last year, one of the only things I actually bought at Blade Show was a Chavez pen because I lost mine. But stout. Fantastic ergos. This is my favorite knife in terms of just holding it in my hand. I mean, it resembles everything I'm used to. Girthy, beautiful, titanium. The scapegoat, smooth, edgy, gorgeous, aggressive. I mean, this is fantastic. I love these knives. The edges, so the way that they are beveled has always caught my attention. I love them. And again, I like the thickness, the girthiness of this knife, because even my Zon, look how much thicker that is than the Zon. And to be honest, that actually makes a difference to me. So, just like I was talking about the TPK, this is just a fraction too small. Like if I wrap my hand around it, like there's just so much room there to grip. You see? So I need a knife that I can grip and hold like this one. So that is fantastic right there, the Joey Roman. By the way, if you guys could show any support to Frankie at Tactical Pterodactyl Knives. Yeah, Mike. Frankie's going through a tough time with social media. You know, I guess when people are knife makers and they don't immediately respond to people on social media can turn on you. So Frankie, Tactical Pterodactyl Knives, has actually decided to destroy, terminate, eliminate all social media profiles except for his Instagram, which is nice because I use primarily Instagram anyway. He does a lot of his business through word of mouth. So they are fantastic knives. If you could ever find yourself in the position of getting one, I would get it. Brad, if you didn't finish that sentence with titanium, you're right, brother. I saved myself at the end there. Oh, Henry, you have the kickstop. Yeah, the kickstop is nice. I really adored the kickstop because, you know, it comes out and it has no choil there. So it's just a thick, beefy, girthy, sexy blade that goes all the way from tip to hilt. And not this one, of course, but the kicks up, and it's bigger. It's a little bit bigger, so that's nice. You know, bigger isn't always better, but in the situation of that knife, it's definitely nicer to have the bigger. But the ironic thing about it being bigger is even though the flipper tab disappears, it still sticks out like that, like a little. Let your mind wander, but like a little thing that just sticks out right there. And that actually caught on my pocket more than once, and I would feel the knife like popping out like that in my pocket because it would catch on the little tab. So anyone know what's up with Knife Through the Lens and Urban EDC? He posted they blocked him. I don't know. So Urban EDC has blocked somebody of Knife Through the Lens? I don't know. You know, I try to stay away from a lot of drama of things. Let's see. Knife Through the Lens. Is it spelled T-H-R? Yep, there it is. I found him. Knife Through the Lens. I don't actually know who this is. This is cool. Look at that. Influencers influencing the influence of knives. And networking. That's what it's all about. It's got some cool photos. Oh, I see now. Mike loves giant mouse knives. There's a lot of giant mouse knives photos here. Cool. Through the Knife Through the Lens. I'll have to read up more. So Gabe, you want to get a Magna Cut. A Magna Cut Chavez? Yeah. Well, that's fun. Yeah, I'm hoping that I get to go to Atlanta and, you know, enjoy a really fun time again with some cool people. You know, I feel like we've brought up Atlanta and Blade Show multiple times. But it really is a fantastic time. You know, you get to meet all the people that create the things that we love. So what's better than that, right? Gabe? Oh, you want a TPK. Gotcha. As far as I know, Rye does all of Urban photos and stuff he posts, so I wonder what's up with that, says Henry G. Okay, so maybe there's some rivalry there. Maybe some content creator rivalry, stepping on toes. Who knows? I try not to get in between all that, and honestly, I know some very, very excellent content creators, and all of them are the most humble people. So I try to stick to the group that I know I can trust for the most part. Yeah, you just never know. I mean, we're all trying to do content in this EDC community. So if people are doing it in a professional business manner, I can see why things could get a little stirred up. So, but that is neither here nor there. Oh, actually, what are you guys' thoughts on leather organizers? So I have this bad boy right here. This is my Paradrop leather. And I also recently acquired the Paradrop leather wallet, which is inside my sling here. The pocket organizers I like quite a bit because obviously you can keep all your gear in your pocket nice and neat without touching each other, without scratching each other. So they all have their little place. You know, you can I can fit my Zon and my Chavez in there, which I've done in the past. So that's the pair drop Triari. Fits nicely. I have found myself carrying these things less and less, though. Simply because, for example, I keep my wallet in my pocket. So to keep a wallet in the pocket and an organizer, the pocket's going to be about that thick. So it becomes almost a choice of, okay, am I going to keep my wallet separate? Or am I going to keep my, like what I do now is if I have my organizer, I'll put it in my sling. That way I still have it. Also, so this is my new wallet currently. Oh yeah. Hair drop leather, baby. This thing is pretty cool. I bought it. Let me just be honest. I bought it because it's Paradrop leather. I was able to get a good hookup on the secondary, and I love the aesthetics of it. I don't carry. This is thicker than I've ever carried, probably in the last 4 or 5 years. So I normally carry just a single slip wallet that carries about 6 or 7 cards. That is, I'm adjusting to it. I'm also a front pocket carrier though. So, but this organizer, this is something that I feel like if I'm about to go do a project of some kind, like if I'm going to go do a photo shoot or camping, hiking, something that requires me to carry some gear, that's what I'm going to use this for. Otherwise, on a normal day-to-day basis, this sits on my desk. So I love the fact that it's got the Ranger eyes. Originally, there are other organizers that I have just chosen not to buy just because I like to have it all. I want the leather. I want to be able to carry specifically the gear that I want, which is generally a knife, a pen, a flashlight, and something else like a coin or knuck. Maybe a pry bar. But I also want Ranger eyes. But I also want my wallet. I think you guys know where I'm heading with this. Bam. The Mic Cruise. This is, I believe, the 5.0. You can fit 2 things and a thing, a pen. So, yeah, this is just enough. Oh. I want you guys to see this motion real quick. Does this remind you guys of anything last night? Oh, yeah. Tell me you all did not just get hot and bothered by that. So anyways, that fits nicely. It's a fraction too big. If you wanted it to match, but let's see. See, I've got all these organizers. I've got organizers within organizers. There we go. Boom. This was actually my first tactile pen. It's the Mini Bolt. Beautiful, beautiful little bronze knife. This would, yeah, this is the pen that I would carry in this actually. So let me take Chavez out of there. Okay, so that's going to fit nicely there. This actually opens up, so you can put all your cards in there. But I cannot personally stand the Velcro. It bites me and chews me up like sandpaper when I go to reach for my cards. So I think he's working on that. I actually did talk to Mike Cruz about that. He may be doing something different, but for me personally, I carried this for a few days. I love it. I just can't stand that feeling. In terms of items that I carry in it, you know, the Benchmade bug out fits perfect, size-wise, length-wise. So there are plenty of other knives that would fit perfectly. I think my Zahn and my Chavez are just a fraction too big for it. Not that you can't make it work, but yeah. Magnets. Yeah, I think magnets would do better. So instead of the Velcro, if he had magnet enclosure, that would be phenomenal. I think for a while what I enjoyed doing here was I was carrying my foobar with it. So, you know, I'll carry some fidgets. I wonder if the fact, no, see, here's my problem again. Something like the Winterblade Factor, it's too thick this direction. You see what I mean? That Velcro is going to be stretched if I really try to force this in there. So it's not, you know, everything is a work in progress. There are always fine tuning. The Ocaso knives could work, although it's a little loose. Yeah, I agree, Gabe. So that's exactly my thought. I'm personally not a fan of keeping magnets anywhere near my cards. So, you know, I think in terms of a wallet, it's hard. It's hard for a maker to try to fit everything, right? That's why there's always different models, because one might not work for another. But if you could find a way to maybe keep it, I mean, even if he took the Velcro out completely and just had it open like this, like I think the friction of the knives here would actually hold this thing tight enough to where you could shake it and nothing's going to fall out. So, you know, just a thought. I actually don't have my other wallet on me that I was using before. I think he did create a new attachment. I think you guys are right. Let's see. Mike Cruz, EDC. By the way, did you guys know that he started out with his family doing alligator leather? They're alligator leather farmers, if that's the right way to say that. That's so cool. Oh yes, this attachment I think is badass. So this is kind of like a slip attachment. So you can slide it in there. Looks like he did a collaboration there with Everyday Adventure Co. So that's kind of cool. I quite like that more than the Velcro. For me personally, that does more for me than the Velcro does. Oh yeah, our boy High Tide EDC making some notorious beer bombs slips. Yeah, this is a really cool attachment. I think I might end up getting one from him. The EMP Everyman Pocket EDC Nimble, actually I've seen has been a knife that fits pretty wonderfully in the cruiser. So, like I said, there are some knives that are wonderful and they can really get the job done. Look at that. Chris putting a Rosie in his cruiser. If that doesn't sell a cruiser, I don't know what will. Yeah, so cool design. The reason I like the slip for myself personally is just because, again, look at all that exposed metal. If that moves around in your pocket, you're going to start scratching things. Anyways, so hopefully y'all have had fun today so far. Let's get back to the chat. I use 511 jeans now and carrying a Cruiser 6. Leather organizer, strap, knife, fixed plate is actually pretty legit with these jeans, and I don't look like I'm carrying anything. Well, that's good, Gio, because I know other things that you carry. So to make it look like you're carrying nothing is quite a talent. I have the Inky attachment. It's cool, but definitely carry the Cruiser with attachments in a sling. Otherwise, it's in my back pocket, he says. Zipper pocket would be Gabe's suggestion. Oh, Trevor says there might be ostrich. Funny, I'm from South Africa originally, and ostrich beef jerky is pretty good. Just saying. Gio wants an elephant leather 6.0. I don't know that that's going to happen, especially knowing the how protected elephants are in Africa. Maybe go to India, get an Indian elephant leather. I don't know if there's different laws up there. We've got connected audio in the chat. Hello, thank you for joining. Ooh, Gabe, that's a great idea. The rock wall would be pretty nice. I think that's a good choice. I think a Sabenza, a small Sabenza, would be my ultimate knife of choice to put into the Cruiser. So, Trevor says you can get elephant leather. Well, you know what? Then hook me up with some elephant leather, brother. Oh, Gio has a Nuka slip with elephant leather. You guys are all tempting me now. Kangaroo leather. There's some really cool kangaroo leather companies that makes slings and hats. Gio wants a soft and sexy elephant leather. Yeah, that's where it's at. You know, I would agree with that. I would like to see elephant leather in a wallet or something, or some kind of slip. I would totally rock that. By the way, did anyone catch my quick little short that I did for JRW? This is the 01 EDC fidget slider in collaboration with JRW. What's your opinion on very brightly colored and flashy EDC knives versus more nondescript gray-black knives? You know, everything has its place. So you can get some very colorful knives, and they could be. So it depends on what your use is. If you're just trying to take photos and get some kind of theme, I'm a theme person. I love themes. I mean, I have so much gear here. Where'd it go? Okay. It's not super flashy, but the red carbon fiber here. Yeah, you're talking like the CDC Crispy Donut Community donut knives and like the Dessert Warrior. Those are fun. So I think everybody could use a fun knife. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Now, as a daily user, you know, I said it early in the beginning, but my Zon is my absolute user and abuser. This one and my Chavez. So if I'm going to be doing hard tasks and daily carry, that's what I'm using. But if you just want a fun knife to just keep in your pocket, every now and then you might cut a box or take a photo, then do it. Rock the theme. You know, if you're going to carry the donut knife, then you better carry a donut coin too, and maybe a donut nuck, because I'm pretty sure Notorious has something like that. Geo, right there, Pocket Filth in the chat is making nuckas that have some great colors that you can match up your fun-themed knife. So I've got this one here. Now, I did this because I have a lot of black and red. So, but Geo is certainly not afraid to use colors in creating his stuff. So definitely check out his gear. Follow him on Discord. Follow the drops. Get in on them. Ian Coates is back. I feel like life's too short to have boring stuff, but it's hard to shop for people. Yeah, I mean, if you're shopping for somebody else, you may want to stick to a little bit more neutral colors, because like you said, it's kind of hard. Now, you really never know. You just don't know. I think I've seen content creators who get a knife that's like this badass, like a Microtech Stitch. This is a great, very aggressive looking knife. And their partner, their lady, was like, I want that. And they kept it. Not saying ladies can't have an aggressive looking knife, but it's just a perfect example of you don't really know. So yeah, a Spyderco Delica, a paratrooper, you know, or sorry, a paramilitary. Those I would really stick with an OD green, a black, a tan, maybe brass or titanium scales, because if you're gonna have a knife that's a beater and a long-time user, I wouldn't go colorful. So if it's a gift for somebody, though, again, I'm also not buying a pink paramilitary because they may not like it at all. And that's not a cheap knife for somebody to not like. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to buy a little Swiss Army knife in pink, by all means. If you're going to buy a CDC knife, the Harlow, I want to say. Uh-oh. I hope Zach doesn't get mad at me. The CDC knife, they had it in some nice colors, like sprinkles and all that stuff. Again, really cool, fun knife. But I would have a whole theme. Like I would get patches, I would get a pouch, I would get a coin, things to match it, to have your theme, whatever it is. Teal, if you want that, like I know it was very popular for a while. It was that Tiffany teal color. Everybody liked that. They wanted like a Glock in teal. They wanted the knife in teal. So you can find that. Just don't do the wiener knife. No, what's wrong with the wiener knife, Gabe? I would have the wiener knife just so I could tell everybody that I'm walking up to, like, hey, want to see my wiener? Here it is. Look at it. Tiny. Fun to play with. My Fook Dusel. Welcome to the chat. My idea of a fun knife is when I carry a ridiculously large folder. Absolutely. Some people match their daily carry with their clothes, example, their shirt and sneaker colors. Yeah, absolutely. Again, people like their themes. You get Titanium Tuesday, you get My Carta Monday. So, you know, maybe you can do like a themed Thursday where you just pick a theme for the day that rocks out. I mean, I've got my blue here. This is my Vero cup. Not my first choice in cup color, but fantastic. It's what I've got. One of a kind for me. However, I don't have anything else that is blue. So with females, I've noticed size matters. They usually don't have much space to carry a knife. A smaller would be better. You heard it first here, folks. Gabe says when it comes to females, smaller is better. Hope everyone has a great day. Gotta take off. Thanks, Knives Are Life. Thank you so much for hanging in there so long with us today. I appreciate you. You never know what people will like. My sister is an ICU nurse but carries an OTF. Okay. Hey, if you're in a situation where you're in an emergency, you just need that thing to pop out fast, I get it. That's pretty cool. That's dope. Thank you for her service, by the way. She ganked one of my lightning OTFs. Okay. Can't get mad at her for that, I guess. Dude gave me 5 knives right when I was getting back into knives last year. Rye. I see. Ray. Ray just had a baby, by the way. Rye. He just had a baby. So his life just changed. Well, guys, it has been super fun. You know that I always love to come out here. I like to flick things, fidget with things, show off what's big, show off what's small, and just play around with my hands. So if you guys like my content, please feel free to share it with other friends. What the fuck? Always love to show off this grail. If you guys have any suggestions for videos that you may want to see me make, I have tons of gear. So always, I'm open to DMs. Mostly I hang out on Facebook and Instagram. So Alpha Prime EDC is my Instagram. I am Brad Thompson on Facebook, so I'm in a lot of the EDC groups. If you guys, again, want to see me do more fidget gear videos, I'm certainly open to that. If you want to see me do more knife content, I can definitely do that. Pens, pouches, patches, whatever you want to see. Tell me. Let me know. And I'll see if I can make it happen. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me on my day off. And a video on sharpening would be great. I have a MagnaCut blade and learning angles and edges and stuff would be helpful. Okay. Yeah. I could do a sharpening video. That would be cool. Love hanging out with you all again. Catch me in Facebook, Instagram, Discord. I'm around. Take it easy, guys. Thanks again, Alpha Crew.